Hey y'all, it's Mai and welcome back to my channel. I am excited for this video today because y'all, we need to talk. Today is a red lipstick conversation, as you can see, because I have some stuff on my mind and I want to talk to other people about it. I want to get your perspective. I want to see if I'm the only one feeling this way or not. We're going to talk about what's your purpose, like what's your passion in life, especially being a mom, a stay-at-home mom for years, being at home with your kids and then having to go back out and in the workforce and try to figure it out and start pretty much from scratch a lot of the time. So since this is a red lipstick conversation, oh my gosh, try to say that 10 times fast. You know what that means. Go grab yourself a drink and, cocktail. You can tea, coffee, but I'm in my thoughts today. Like I needed a cocktail to kind of like, relax me, calm me down. And I really want to get into it with you guys. So let's do it. So today, y'all, I need to talk about passion and purpose. I know there are two separate things, two separate words, but they're words that have been on my mind a lot lately. I'm a stay-at-home mom. I've been a stay-at-home mom for about 7 years now. And I don't even know if I can really use stay-at-home mom because my kids are in first grade. They've been in school, preschool, kindergarten, and first grade. So really, I feel like stay-at-home mom, for me, this is my personal opinion, mostly pertains to people that, when you have little ones at home. I wake up with them in the morning, they're at home all day, and, that they go to school. And while they're in school, I'm not momming. Of course, I'm still, getting the house together, preparing stuff, making sure we have a comfortable environment, errands, doing all that stuff. But I am not really momming it, like dirty diapers and bottle feeds and all that stuff. So let me just give you some backstory. Backstory is when my husband and I first started dating, we talked a lot, which I'm so glad we did. Girls, guys, whatever, talk to your person when you first start dating. See what page they are, see what they want in life, because a lot of times we don't do that and we get into situations in these long-lasting relationships, and a lot of times they fail because we don't have the conversation, or we didn't have the conversation. So we had a conversation. It was in the form of a game. It was called a question game, and we just wrote down, different questions that we wanted to ask each other, and we talked about it. And something that came up with us was that my husband told me that, he's like, once I get married, now mind you, we have been dating for like 2 weeks, y'all. He was like, once I get married, I would like my wife to stay home with the kids. And I was like, okay, because, I considered myself like, just like feminist, pro-woman type thing. Like, what do you mean you want your wife to stay at home with the kids? And like, why? Like, why are you thinking that way? And he felt that, he was like, no, not because of that. So he explained it to me and he let me know, like, no, it's nothing like that. You can do your thing. I will support whatever you want to do. But when he looked at his future, he wanted to, and his family and how he wanted that dynamic set up. He wanted me to be able to stay at home and us to be able to give our kids a stable, comfy, lifestyle. And we both didn't really have that the first years of our life, He didn't have that. He was raised in not a two-parent household. And for a lot of years, I was raised in just, with just a single mom. He was raised with a single father. Okay. So, that's what he wanted his life to look like. So we talked about it and I was like, yeah, I can do that, but I don't know if I can do that forever. And so he's just like, yeah, so once the kids reach kindergarten, first grade or whatever, then I'm fine with that. We don't have to worry about daycare. We don't have to worry about different babysitters. We don't have to worry about even paying that money for that because daycare is expensive. Like I have friends that, work and want to work and, take their children to daycare and it's super expensive. But anyway, so we decided that for ourselves. And so got pregnant with the twins, had the twins, all that stuff. So when the twins got into kindergarten, I started thinking, like the summer before they started kindergarten, I'm like, okay, Mai, what are you going to do? It's time, girl. Like, they are school full time. It's not just, preschool or whatever. This is the start. Like, they're in kindergarten, school full time. What are you going to do? So the first thing I thought was, well, I always talk to my husband, like, I want to do real estate. I think that would be so cool and so fun. And I just love houses and homes and everything about that. There were just like some Sundays we would just, pack up and go to lunch and then go to open houses just for fun. So I was like, maybe real estate would be my jam. Like, it's always something that I wanted to do. I used to watch I still do watch House Hunters religiously. And when $1 Million Listing came on, let me just tell you, I was just like, yes. So we were moving here to Illinois, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to reach out. I'm going to see if I'm going to become a real estate agent. Like, this is my passion. Like, I want to be an agent. I'm going to kill it. Want to be an agent. And so I reached out, got connected with an amazing company, and started, taking classes for real estate online. And when I started the classes, I was like, you know what? It feels I don't know. It was something weird about it. It just, something felt off. And so I was like, just whatever, it's jitters. Like, I'm starting something for the first time in I don't know how many years. I'm actually getting out there. And just gonna live my purpose, and I'm doing it. Girl, you're doing it, so you're gonna be nervous. So I started going to meetings with this company, and every time I would go to meetings, because they had a program set up that you would go to meetings and all that, and you kind of put your foot in the door before you got in the door while you were testing, which is great company, everything. So I was going to meetings, and I saw how excited all these agents were, how their lifestyle was. They were just on fire for it. And I was just like, thinking, is this, I don't know, like, I was just feeling funny. Like, is this something that I want to do? And started taking the class, or continued taking the classes online, continued going to meetings. And then I just got to a point where it was time to test, not the actual real estate exam. It was like an end of course exam. Got to that point. Failed it once. Okay, whatever. It's crazy. I'm still taking care of the kids. I'm still doing all this, trying to study, trying to do all that. This is like foreign to me. It's math, law, two things that I'm not really into. So I'm just like, whatever. Took the test, the end of course exam. Again, I failed it. And not even that, before I failed the exam, the way I took it, it was like a proctor. So I took it, it was like a proctor. So you would sit up, in your house, and then somebody would watch you, I always got people from another country, watching me, doing all this setup thing. It didn't feel comfortable. It didn't feel right to me. Like, knowing that somebody's literally sitting there looking at me, I'm trying to take this exam. Just everything felt wrong. Not only that, my computer would mess up. The passwords that I have been using for, months would fail, years would fail. Something would happen on their side. Every time I tried to take this exam, something that would just fall apart. It just wouldn't go smoothly, wouldn't go right. I'm a true believer of things in life happen exactly the way they're supposed to happen. Like, absolutely, you put the work in, you put the effort in. But if things are meant to be, it just aligns. If it's aligned with your purpose, it's going to work out. Like, it's going to happen. And I just felt like everything that was lined up with this was just feeling off. So then I had to stop for a second, and I had to think, like, what are you doing? Like, this does not feel right. Like, everything about this, you worked at a bank and you did sales, and you would come home and you hated it every day. You felt defeated every day. You felt like you were selling people a dream or selling people a certain thing, and whether it lined up with what they needed or wanted or not, that was just something that you couldn't do, or you didn't like doing. Not saying real estate is like this, but I'm just saying, just sales period was not my jam. I hated it, like absolutely hated it. Another thing, girl, your social anxiety is off the charts. Like, not even social anxiety, just anxiety with strangers and people. How are you supposed to meet random strangers every day of your life almost? And like, that is not going to help your mental health. That's not going to jive with your mental health. But then I was like, yes, but I'm not going to let fear hold me back from my dream, right? So I would just have these inner dialogues back and forth with myself. And I just came to the conclusion one day, like, this is not it. Like, there's nothing about this. When you see the behinds of the scenes and you see other agents and you see what it's about, and I'm so thankful that I got a chance to do that. And everything just not falling into place or not lining up. I just knew. I was just like, okay, this is not your jam. And the worst thing for that for me was the feeling of failure, because I had announced it to people, I had told people, and people still probably don't know, like, hey, I wonder whatever happened to mine, the real estate thing. And I never even talked about it to anyone because I felt kind of like embarrassed, ashamed, maybe like a quitter, I guess. I don't know. So that caused me to have, like, I got really depressed after that. I got into a deep depression. And thank you to my husband, because he helped pull me out of it. My girlfriend Shauna, she's been amazing. She's my voice of reason. So she definitely helped me. And I was like, okay, I got to a point where I, got over that and I was back to the drawing board, y'all. And so then I'm like, okay, what are you going to do now? What do you want to do? What is your passion? And are you supposed to be doing something that lines up with your passion? What is passion? Does that make you, if you don't find your passion, does that mean that you're not, on the right track, that you don't live a healthy and happy, fulfilled life? Does that mean that? Or does it mean, what if you're not passionate about something? What if you're just comfortable and you're happy and you're living your life? And I don't know, I just been on this journey of trying to understand that and not letting finding a passion define me. Because I'm sure there's different definitions of that. I know that ever since I was a little girl, I wanted to be a mom. And I know I struggled in becoming a mom. And once I became a mom, I feel like that is my purpose in life, and being happy and vibrant and just being a good, decent, kind human, is my purpose. I feel like that is my purpose, but I don't know what my passion is. I love home decor. I'm going to explore that. I'm going to just, take interior design courses. I'm going to explore that. And just put myself out there and, try to figure out what really sets my soul on fire. Maybe what I'm doing now is what sets my soul on fire. I don't know. But I know that I don't want to wrap my identity into trying to find a passion in life. Is that the end all be all of this life game? Like, if you don't have a passion, then you're nothing. Then you're on the floor. Then you're just, a nothing or nobody. Is that what it is? And I struggle with that. I'm going to be honest. Like, these videos and me talking and me having these red lipstick conversations, honey, it's not, I don't know everything, obviously. But I want to talk to people. I want to know if people are thinking the same thing I'm thinking. I want to know if you stay up late at night and you try to figure out, like, am I failing at this thing called life because I don't have a passion? And this person, they're so passionate about this and they're doing, so many amazing things. And I can't find one thing that I would do that I'm passionate about. Or is it that, does that really define you? Does that really define us? Finding a passion and going for it. And also, it's not even just about, like, with the whole real estate thing. There's so many people get so caught up into, like, you quit, you're a quitter, you're a bad person, you're a failure because you quit. And a part of me doesn't really believe in that. Like, a part of me, yes, you do something, you try to follow it through, you see it through. But there's also a part of me, when is it time to stop? When is it time to quit? Do you just keep going for something that you feel like your heart is not in, just because you're scared of what other people are going to say, or just because you're scared that other people are going to be like, oh, she started this and didn't finish? That's when you get caught up of living your life based on other people's opinions. And so where is that, like, balance? Where is that balance from not being a quitter, not stopping something that you started, but also not continuing to live in a space where you're not happy and you're just doing it just to do it? Because some people call that quitting. Some people call me not continuing real estate, not taking the continue to take the test and to finish the journey and to do all that, even though I may have felt like that wasn't my thing, or that wasn't making me happy. I wasn't happy after a while I was in it, although I tried to make myself. And maybe real estate wasn't my thing, but something in that game is. Maybe, like I said, I love home decor. I love decorating. I love everything about fashion and putting things together and being artistic in that way. Was real estate really going to influence, or really going to help me help me be creative in that way? No, but maybe home decor is. Maybe something in fashion is. I don't know. And then there's this other thing where, I'm 39 years old. I am just getting out here right now. Is it too late? Is it too late for me to find my passion? I personally believe that it's not. I personally believe it's never too late. The day is too late is the day that, you take your last breath. And maybe that is not too late. Maybe within the life that you have led, you found your passion. And maybe you realize it then. Maybe you realize you were passionate, about working wherever you worked, or maybe you were passionate about fishing, or maybe you were passionate about sports, or maybe you were passionate about your family and your kids. Maybe that's it. And maybe you realize that. So I need other input, on this, because I really think about this a lot, and I'm still learning and growing and exploring all this. And I'm still trying to learn myself and find myself. And, and am I trying to find my passion, or do I just go for things, that make me happy in my life and can generate an income? Let's be real. Listen, your girl needs to generate some sort of income, because I do have a family and I do have things that I want to do in my life, and I do have a way that I want my life to look. And you need money. Like, this is not La La Land. You need, coin to do that. So I just wanted to have this red lipstick conversation. And, please leave me feedback, comments. If you know me personally, let's talk about it. Email me, let's discuss this. Like, what does passion look like for you? Have you found your passion? Do you feel like you need to find your passion to be, where you want to be in life? Do you feel like you need to find your passion to be successful in life? Do you feel like that is something that, you struggle with, and you don't feel aligned because you feel like you haven't found that yet? Or maybe you've done something and you found your passion, but then you don't feel good. You're still not filled up inside. You still don't feel that joy that you thought you would feel if you found it. So anyway, thank you all so much for watching. I was into this one, y'all. I barely even had some of my drink, let me tell you. But thank you all so very much for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, share the video, and yeah, I will see you all back here again for another red lipstick conversation. Thank you, guys.